I'm Tom, and let's talk about Shakur Stevenson. He is one of my favourite fighters. Those of you that have watched me for a while now will know that I harp on about Shakur Stevenson till I'm blue in the face. I don't understand, I don't want to keep mentioning this, but why America loves somebody like Tank Davis, who is a bottom of the barrel, awful human being I despise, but then don't get behind someone like Shakur Stevenson. You can't really say that anymore, because clearly they do get behind him. You just saw it at Madison Square Gardens. But I've said it for so long. America need to get behind Shakur Stevenson. He's one of the best boxers on the planet. He just is one of the best boxers on the planet. Defensively, probably the best boxer on the planet. He's now a pound for pound top 5. And whilst you can't really make an argument for him to go higher than 5 or 4, make no mistake, he is the same. He's as good as an Inoue, as an Usyk, or a Bivol. That's the caliber this guy is. The gap between him and the rest is massive, as we see time and time and time again. He is so good, and you can't make an argument for him to be top 3 because other people won't fight him. He hasn't got as deep of a resume because others are scared. But the reality is, he's as good a boxer, and the level he is on is the same as those 3 that are above him. Anyway, what we had was 2 prime for prime young world champions fighting each other thanks to the ring. That's what we had. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. Billed as a 50-50 fight, or as near 50-50 as you like, right? You got the smaller guy, but it's okay that he's smaller because he's unbelievable defensively, and he's a brilliant boxer, versus the heavier guy who's still a brilliant boxer but has more power and will use that size. It was built to mash up brilliantly, and it did. It delivered that. It delivered a brilliant meshing of styles, and it just showed that there are levels to this game. There's levels to any sport, right? You can't compare your Sunday League player to Cristiano Ronaldo. You can't compare your gym fighter to Alexander Usyk. This was shown. Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez are on different levels. It ended up being and looking like one of the most comfortable wins that I've seen Shakur Stevenson have, which is a crazy thing to say. Defensively, he is just that good. As the fight went on from round 1, the gap, it was already pretty big from round 1. You could see Shakur was another level. But as the fight went on, you could just see that gap widen and widen and widen to the point where every time Teo threw, he was getting countered. Jab from Shakur was brilliant. To the point, by the end of the fight, he was just swinging and missing and getting caught. Shakur was making him miss pretty much every time and landing on him at will every time. He was walking him down, which we never see anyone do. He was landing on him for fun, and Teo couldn't hit him. And Teo, because of that jab, everybody says it, the jab's the most important punch. Because of that jab, he just couldn't find any rhythm. Shakur just didn't let him find any rhythm. And he's now becoming a fighter that's, people used to say he was boring to watch and he couldn't say anything out because he was boring to watch. Now he's not. He's really coming into that confidence to, when you know boxing, really enjoy watching him. Bottom line is, Shakur Stevenson busted up Teofimo Lopez and made it look pretty rudimentary, pretty easy. What next for him? Like, you've just dog walked Teofimo Lopez that was meant to be a difficult fight, one that you were favoured in, but ever so slightly, and you've dog walked him, and then did the absolute right thing. You've called out the loudest mouth in the room, Conor Benn. That fight probably won't happen next, but it's got people talking about you. It's got your name running through the rooms. Did you see what he's just done to Teofimo Lopez? And Conor Benn's calling him out. Do you reckon they'll come over to the UK? Like, it probably won't happen, but it's got, that's going to spread now like wildfire. You've done the right thing. The reality is, if you fight Conor Benn, regardless of weights and rehydration clauses, that's a pretty easy fight for you. The one we all wanted to see was back down at 135 against Tank Davis, which I don't know if there's a bigger fight right now in American boxing. Like, genuinely, I don't know if in American boxing there's a bigger name than Tank, a bigger rising star than Shakur. The clash in who they are in terms of people, you've got Shakur, who's proposed to his wife in the ring thanks his daughter for everything and says how much he loves his family versus Gervonta Davis, who beats them up. Scumbag of a person. Then you've got the difference in styles. Davis, who's a power puncher and picks his punches, versus Shakur, who's a defensive counter puncher, more of a back foot. Like, that's probably one of, if not the biggest fight in American boxing. But the reality is, I don't think we're going to see Tank box again. He seemed uninterested and undevoted anyway. And now with what's gone on and his arrest, I don't know if we see that. Therefore, I don't know if we see Shakur go back. I mean, does Shakur go and fight Abdullah Mason? I mean, maybe. I don't know if we see him back down at that weight. The reality is, I think he is better at that weight, but we know that he can mix it at 140 now. So maybe you stay at 140 where the money is. I don't know, but either way, America needs to get behind Shakur Stevenson because he seems a really stand-up great guy. He's probably been one of, if not my favourite fighter for a couple of years now. I really enjoy watching him. And he's, again, an unbelievable fighter. Top 5 pound for pound in everybody's book. Top 4 in my book. And as I say, in terms of just raw ability, he is in the conversation with the top 3, Bivol, Usyk, and Inoue. You just can't, because of the resume, make that argument really yet. But that's my thoughts, people. Shakur's fantastic. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, people. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff works. Peace.